Just because you have a 2-0 lead in a series doesn't mean you're guaranteed to close it out. Time after time, we've seen teams rally from a 2-game deficit and come crawling back to win 3 straight games. Also known as a reverse sweep, it takes a special mindset and a team that's willing to adapt to pull off the epic feat. Here are the top 5 reverse sweeps in League of Legends history. Number 5. In the 2014 Summer Playoffs, Curse and LMQ met in the 3rd place match with a world spot on the line. Through 2 games, it looked as though Curse would finally shake their consistent 4th place placings. After trailing in games 1 and 2, Curse utilized Voyboy's Yasuo to win the first 2 games. But when Xiaoweixiao picked away Yasuo in games 3 and 5, it was LMQ who came out on top in very convincing wins to take NA's 3rd world spot. Number 4. At the 2017 Mid-Season Invitational, Team Solomid had to take part in a play-in to qualify for the group stage. However, they were nearly eliminated at the hands of Gigabyte Marines. Despite being heavy favorites, TSM fell into an 0-2 hole as Levi dominated the opening games. TSM bounced back with a dominant Game 3, but in Game 4 they had their backs up against the wall. At least until the Marines made a questionable push.
No way! Actually trying this?
This is risky.
Okay, Gigabyte Marines, they want to end this game. Monster's got to stop them somehow. Slay going to be knocked out. The damage coming through. Svenskeren looking to finish him off. He does successfully do so. Turtle is killed on spawn, but the rest of the Marines have been routed.
Then Game 5 hung in the balance, but eventually TSM managed to swat the pesky Marines and qualify for the MSI group stage.
It's a 3 versus 5, and the Marines are going to have to find a miracle. Optimus is able to get 1, almost able to make it 2. The Zhonya's Hourglass, he does get the 2nd. Now can he get himself out? Playful Trickster will not be enough, and Levi and Slay will have to hold this somehow. They pop the GA on Haunter. Turtle jumping into the fight. Slay going to be kept alive. Levi can't stay the same. TSM pushing onto the Nexus turrets. Number 1 is done. The double kill for Turtle, and TSM completes the reverse sweep.
Number 3. C9 had a 7th place finish during the 2015 Summer Split, but once they reached the Gauntlet, everything changed. They pulled off a reverse sweep over Gravity, but they found themselves in an all-too-familiar situation against Team Impulse. If they were to have any shot at Worlds, they'd have to crawl out of yet another 2-0 deficit. A Game 3 bloodbath went the way of C9 to cue yet another high special. Then, in a tight Game 5, Cloud9 was able to catch out Apollo on Callista to roll their way to back-to-back reverse sweeps.
Cloud9, they want to qualify for Worlds. They need this game to get on that route. 2 kills picked up. They
5
still
versus 3
got
with
Baron.
Baron here. Cloud9 can do it. They're going to go for Nexus turrets.
The reverse sweep, the 2nd in a row. They did it against Gravity. They might just do it here against Team Impulse. 25 seconds to respawn. Here they go. Nexus turret number 1. Where's the defense? It's not there. Impulse have to give up the base. They give up the game. They give up the series. Cloud9 get the reverse sweep, and they're going to face Team Liquid.
Number 2. We were 1 game away from seeing an NA LCS without Counter Logic Gaming. After falling flat in the 2014 Summer Playoffs against Curse, CLG lost to Dignitas, pushing them into next Split's promotion tournament. At an all-time low, an explosive roster dropped the first 2 games to Curse Academy, 1 loss away from missing the 2015 Spring Split. But somehow, the troubled roster rebounded. Following a scrappy Game 3, CLG returned to the form expected of them. In the do-or-die Game 5, CLG survived Keen's Fed Hecarim to re-qualify for LCS.
Aframer's now found his way in amongst all of Curse Academy, but they don't want any part of this at all. Link is going to be able to take down Impactful. Chris gets ultimated up by Bunny Fufu, but Keen's going to go down. Chris now gets the ult pop. That's everyone dead. The triple kill now for Link. Is he going to be able to potentially do what Doublelift did? But no, Doublelift wants some of this glory. And this is going to be the game for CLG. They make it back into the North American LCS.
Number 1. To think that SKT went from 2-0 down to the KT Bullets all the way to the Season 3 World Championship. KT were all over SKT in the first 2 games. SKT seemed overwhelmed, and despite Piglet having many kills on Vayne, he was unable to carry the team. However, SKT came out dominant in Game 3 and forced the Bullets to surrender from the one-sided affair. Then SKT slowed down and systematically ended KT to force a blind pick Game 5. And it's here that one of the most iconic plays occurred.
Faker may be in trouble here. Deathmark tries to clean it up for Ryu. Oh, look at the cleanse, look at the moves! Faker, what was that?
Faker with a huge play, the QSS.
I can't believe I just saw
he
that.
actually won that duel.
I can't
as
believe that
SK
happened.
Telecom just charges into the KT Bullets base.
Sure, Faker pulled off an insane outplay, but Piglet got his hands on Vayne once again to take SKT to the LCK crown.